Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz. I'm Prasar Bharati. Coming up in the next half an hour. Hosts India bowled out for 46 in first innings of first test against New Zealand at M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. New Zealand off to a comfortable start in their first innings against India. Australia take on South Africa in first semi-final of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup at the Dubai International Stadium. In the ISSF Shooting World Cup final, Vivaan wins silver medal in trap. Skeet shooter Anant Singh Naruka clinches bronze. India's medal tally reached 4. In sports, New Zealand bundled out India for a paltry score of 46 runs on the second day of the first test match in Bengaluru. Opting to bat first, India got off to a horrific start as they kept on losing wickets regularly. Only Rishabh Pant and Yashasvi Jaiswal were the two batters who scored in double digits. 5 Indian batters departed for duck, registering an unwanted feat for India in Test cricket. It is also the lowest total for India in home conditions. For New Zealand, Matt Henry took 5 wickets haul while William O'Rourke claimed 4 wickets. In reply, New Zealand were 180 for the loss of 3 wickets when bad light stopped play. The International Cricket Council has inducted 3 cricketing legends, Alastair Cook, Neetu David and AB de Villiers, into Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2024. Alastair Cook, England's highest run scorer and century maker in test matches, is recognized for his pivotal role in team success during his career, which spanned over 250 appearances. Neetu David, India's left-arm spinner, made history as the first Indian woman to take 100 wickets in one-day internationals. Her remarkable performance during the 2005 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup was crucial in helping India reach its first final. AB de Villiers, known for his innovative batting, scored over 20,000 international runs in a 14-year career. He holds numerous records for the fastest 50s, 100s and 150s in ODIs. These inductees will be honoured in Dubai this week alongside the conclusion of ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Australia take on Laura Woolworth-led South Africa in the first semi-final of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup at the Dubai International Stadium on Thursday. Doubts remain over the availability of regular Australia captain Elisa Healy as wicketkeeper batter was injured in the clash against Pakistan. The Aussies have now made it to semi-finals of the T20 tournament in all its 9 editions held so far. In head-to-head, Australia is way ahead of the Proteas as they have won 9 out of 10 T20I games, including 7 World Cup encounters. All right, let's go across to the press briefing by the Ministry of External Affairs,
which affirmed the mutual trust and strong commitment towards enhancing the bilateral partnership for progress and prosperity of the people of both the countries. In the evening, Honorable Rashtrapati Ji had a community interaction where she addressed the members of the Indian community in Mauritania. Addressing them, she hailed their contribution in the development process of Mauritania. She also thanked the government of Mauritania and its people for helping the Indian community in the country. She mentioned that as India moved towards building a Viksit Bharat by 2047, our overseas family is a very important factor in this process. She also mentioned about the sectors where India and Mauritania could cooperate together, such as human resource development, infrastructure building, agriculture, health, education, skill development, and digital innovation. She also mentioned that the Indian community here in Mauritania could contribute in this process. Later in the evening, at the Presidential Palace, Honorable Rashtrapati Ji met the President of Mauritania His Excellency Mohammad Ul Sheikh Al Ghazouani. First of all, the two leaders had a tete-a-tete, and thereafter there were delegation level talks. The delegation level talks were followed by the signing of 4 bilateral MOUs and agreements. These were on cultural cooperation, exemption of visa for diplomats and service passport holders, on foreign office consultations, and an MOU between the Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service and the Diplomatic Academy of Mauritania. The talks were held in a very friendly and cordial manner. Both the leaders discussed a wide range of issues for strengthening bilateral relations between India and Mauritania and decided to take the relations to newer heights. Following that, the President of Mauritania hosted a banquet in honor of Rashtrapati Ji. I may also add here that during these talks, Honorable President extended an invitation to President Ghazouani to visit India, which he the mutually convenient dates for the visit would be worked out through normal diplomatic channels. Following the conclusion of the visit, Honorable Rashtrapati Ji departed from Mauritania late in the evening yesterday, where she was seen off at the airport by the Prime Minister of Mauritania, His Excellency Mukhtar Ould Diaye. Honorable Rashtrapati Ji has arrived today morning here in Malawi on the 3rd leg of her visit, on which we will be briefing you subsequently. Before I move on to the questions, let me just add a little bit about the agreements that were signed yesterday between India and Mauritania. The first agreement I would mention is about the consultations between the Ministry of External Affairs of India and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cooperation and Mauritanian Abroad of Mauritania. This agreement will promote bilateral relations in various fields of common interest for strengthening international peace and security, and will be useful for exchange of opinion and consultations between the two countries at different levels. The second was an MOU between the Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service, which is under the Ministry of External Affairs, and the Diplomatic Academy of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation and Mauritian Abroad of the Republic of Mauritania. This MOU will facilitate cooperation in mutually beneficial areas of activity, including exchange of information of structure and content of training program for diplomats, identification of experts in mutually agreed areas, and promote contacts and exchange of diplomats, faculty members, and experts. The third agreement between the Government of India and Mauritania on exemption from visa requirement for holders of diplomatic and official service passports was also signed yesterday. This agreement is expected to facilitate the entry of diplomats and service passport holders of the two countries who are coming on diplomatic work in each other's country, and this exemption is for a period of 90 days. The fourth agreement was on the cultural exchange program between India and Mauritania for the years 2024 to 2028. The objective of CEP is to strengthen the friendly links and deepen cultural relations between the two countries, for the period 24 to 28. As you know, people-to-people contacts is an important area where significant stress is given by the leaders of both the countries. The areas that this CEP is expected to cover are in the fields of music, dance, theatre, art, archaeology, archives, library, museum, literature, anthropology, festival, mass media, and youth program. So all these 4 agreements were signed at the MOU, signed at the intergovernmental level. Besides this, on the sidelines of the visit, there was a private agreement signed between 2 entities, one Indian entity and another Mauritanian entity, regarding mining of phosphates in Mauritania. So that was signed on the sidelines of the visit at another separate event, which I thought I will just inform you. So friends, I would like to conclude by saying that this first state visit of Honorable Rashtrapati Ji to Mauritania will not only reinforce the long-standing friendship between India and Mauritania, but also set the stage for elevating our multifaceted partnership with Mauritania to the next level. It will.
All right, and that was the press briefing by the MES. President Draupadi Murmu is on a 3-nation visit to Algeria, Mauritania and Malawi, and delegation-level talks took place. 4 MOUs were also signed. An agreement for consultation between Ministry of External Affairs, India, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mauritania was signed for promoting bilateral relations in various fields of common interest for strengthening international peace and security. Also, the second MOU was between training institutes of foreign relations of both countries for facilitating cooperation, and third MOU signed was on the exemption of visa requirements for diplomatic and official passport holders. The fourth MOU was on the cultural exchange programs between the 2 countries from 2024 to 2028. Agreement regarding mining of phosphates also took place between both sides. Earlier, President Draupadi Murmu arrived in Malawi on Thursday on the final leg of her 3-nation visit to Africa, and during which she will hold talks with country's top leadership and also will interact with trade and industry leaders. Moving on, India concluded their campaign at the ISSF World Cup final in New Delhi with a total of 4 medals consisting of 2 silver and 2 bronze. Vivaan clinched a silver medal in trap on the last day, marking a significant milestone in his career with his first senior individual medal. Scoring an impressive 44, Vivaan secured 2nd place in the prestigious event. India's skeet shooter Anant Singh Naruka clinched bronze medal in the men's skeet at the ISSF Shooting World Cup Finals 2024 in New Delhi. Naruka finished 3rd with a final score of 43 for 50. Italy's Gabriele Rossetti won gold with a score of 48, while Tamaro Cassandro, also from Italy, picked up silver with a score of 47. Meanwhile, India's Mehraj Ahmed Khan finished 6th in the same event. Shortly after his victory, Anantjit talked exclusively to DD India's Naran Singh at the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range, where he praised government schemes for supporting Indian athletes and helping them succeed globally.
From missing an Olympic medal by a whisker to bouncing back strongly to win a medal at the World Cup finals, Anantjit Singh with us. Anant, congratulations the way you won a medal here. So how was the competition today? Tell us about that.
A lot of pressure, of course, shooting at the home range, and it was fun also, you know, performing in front of so many people and they are all cheering for you. It was great for me. The performance was also great.
If you talk about the Indian skeet shooting particularly, we have seen in the recent past the way you shooted in the Asian Games, winning a silver and also winning a medal in the team event. Now, and missing a medal by whisker in Olympics, now again winning a medal here. So how you look the rise of the Indian skeet shooting in recent times?
I think a lot of people have started, they have got to know about this sport and they have started shooting. And I'm glad if I have inspired any of the juniors who are coming up, because that's the right age to start. And it's great that people are getting to know about the sport after Olympic Games also, because we won a lot of. We won most of the medals at the Olympic Games, Manu Bhakar especially. And I think a lot of people should start this sport because it's very interesting, and we are so many people. We should actually promote this sport.
Talking about the Indian shooting arena, the way Indian shooters are performing, not only at the Olympics but even at the events like the Khelo India Asian Games. So what is the reason you find behind the rise of the Indian shooting dominating the Indian sports arena?
I think all the support we have got from the government, it's great. And if you want to reach somewhere, you have to climb the ladder slowly, step by step. And if you start performing at the lower level, slowly and gradually you will reach up there. And that's what we have done. I played in juniors for 7-8 years, and then I started competing in the senior category. And thanks to that, thanks to the support of the government and SAI and TOPS, of course, and my OGQ has been great support for me. And so slowly, I think everyone should get that support, and they'll also start winning medals.
And you also come from a very strong shooting background. How does it help as a shooter to you, this thing?
I think as I'm a Rajput, my father is big time into guns, and that's what I think it's in my blood to shoot, and I was made for this sport, I think.
One last question. You told me you won medal at every arena. Olympic is medal. So Olympic is a missing one that you missed by Whisker. So what's your next target and how you will try to achieve that?
I have 4 years for it, and I need to prepare. Go slowly about it because we have got a lot of time, and just practice so much that next time I will not miss it by a target.
So Anant Singh Naruka is now eyeing a medal at the Olympics. He was almost there in the Paris. Now with the kind of performance he has done here, we are hoping that definitely next time he will hit the Bulls target. With camera person Anant, Naran Singh, DD India, Delhi.
India's rising international shooting is driven by government schemes like Khelo India and TOPS, along with NRAI's grooming of young talent. Indian shooters have excelled in events like the ISSF World Cups, Asian Games and Olympics. With this robust infrastructure, India shooters are set to continue their dominance in the years to come. Exclusive report by DD India correspondent Naran Singh. Have a look.
India has emerged as a dominant force in international shooting. With government schemes like Khelo India and the Target Olympic Podium scheme, Indian shooters are making their mark on the global stage. The National Rifle Association of India, in short NRAI, has played a key role. Its well-structured program identify and groom young shooters, providing them with world-class facilities and training.
Almost 70% of our team comes from the junior program, the erstwhile junior program, and the juniors are doing a fantastic job. We have a young team, we have a deep bench strength, and we intend to ensure that there's a seamless transition from the juniors to the seniors, so that our team remains young and our bench strength remains deep, and we are able to give an opportunity to the best shooter in the best form to compete.
These efforts are paying off as Indian shooters continue to excel in events like the ISSF Shooting World Cup, Asian Games and Olympics.
Not in shooting, in every sports, there is a rise that is coming up and up. There is an improvement in every sports that we can see in every match, in every international match like in Commonwealth or in World Cup, because of our government, because it has helped and it has provided many initiatives for our athletes. For example, like Khelo India and for NCOE. In shooters for NCOE, the shooters come and stay there. The government provides, the NRA or SAI provides all the facilities to the shooters.
लास्ट अभी पेरू वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप हुआ है, उसमें हमने 24 मेडल्स लिए और बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस था. 51 कंट्री पार्टिसिपेशन थी और 570 एथलीट वहाँ खेल रहे थे. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत बड़ी जीत है भारत की, और ओलंपिक के बाद में बहुत अच्छे से शूटिंग को एक्सपोजर मिल पा रहा है, तो उसमें सबका योगदान है.
At the Paris 2024 Olympics, India's shooting contingent shone brightly, winning 3 medals. This success is a reflection of years of preparation and the right support system.
The combination of the hard work, talent and the government support is proving a winning formula for the Indian shooter. India has a strong bench strength of the young shooters, and the National Rifle Association of India looking after a seamless transition from the youth to the senior team. The kind of dominance Indian shooters had displayed, we are hoping that the next generation of shooters will take that dominance at the next level. With camera person Anil, Naran Singh, DD India, Delhi.
The ISSF Shooting World Cup also boasts of world champions and Paris Olympics medalists who came to India to participate in the season-ending World Cup. One such shooter is Switzerland's Kiara, who won gold medal in women's rifle 3 positions at the Paris Olympics. DD India's Abhishek talked exclusively to Kiara. Take a listen.
We are at the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range in New Delhi, and the ISSF Shooting World Cup final is underway here. Right now with me is Kiara, the Paris Olympics women's rifle 3 positions champion. Kiara, you won gold at Paris and also you're the world championship gold medalist. So take us through the experience of Paris Olympics and what experience did you had there in your way to the gold?
I mean, my way to the Olympics was not so easy. I just qualified in the last moment, so I just took the last quota place that was available for the Paris Olympics. So I only knew roughly 2 months before the Olympics that I really could compete. So I know I've already had a hard season, which was really successful. So I knew I was in good shape, and I was really looking forward to Paris to really compete there. And I was really happy being there. And yeah, I could pull off a really good performance. I'm really satisfied with my work there that I did, and I had a good mental state. I was like really pushing myself to work hard, and in the end, yeah, it all worked out. I won the Olympic gold, which is like has been a dream of mine since a long time, and overall it just has been a crazy experience with being in the Olympic Village, meeting a lot of Olympic athletes, and this is just crazy, yeah.
Kiara, when you talk about shooting, then there are Chinese shooters, there are USA shooters, and there are Korean shooters. So you must have faced great challenges there in the final. So can you take us through the mindset that this particular athletes have in their mind, because of which they perform consistently well?
I mean, they're obviously very focused, and they train hard and a lot from a young age on. They really try to be really good at a young age, and this is something which is a little bit different in Europe. Most of us do first the education and then you turn into a professional athlete. I mean, I did the same. So this is like one big difference, but I mean, we try to get as close as them as possible, and sometimes we win against them, which is really cool for us. But still, obviously, they have like a lot of good shooters. They have so many people that are good in shooting, which, for example, in Switzerland, we're not that big. So for us, it's really important. If you have one shooter, we really try to be the best. And yeah.
Okay, so coming to Switzerland only, so how much popular the sport is in Switzerland, and what challenges and you had to face to becoming a professional shooter, and now you are an Olympic champion?
Switzerland is actually really big in shooting because we have a big tradition. It's like a traditional sports. Not the discipline that is in the Olympics, but 300-meter shooting is very popular. And what is a little bit crazy about Switzerland, nearly every village has its own shooting range, even if it's only 2 or 3 places. But we have one. And yeah, my way to the Olympics was not the easiest because at the moment we have a really strong Swiss team in the women's field. So we were like 3 athletes who competed for the 2 spots that we won. So one of us couldn't compete in the Olympics, but she was good enough to compete here at the World Cup final, which means she's one of the best in the world. So it was not easy. It was a lot of stress, and I really had to perform well the whole year to be able to contend in the Olympics. Yeah.
The last question is obviously the Los Angeles Olympics is 4 years down the line from here. But what's your next aim from here? What do you look at?
But I mean, for the next few years, my goal will be to try to be one of the best athletes in the world, to win medals, which I hopefully can do. And then we'll see how it goes from there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
So that was Kiara, who was telling about her gold medal triumph at Paris and her next aim to maintain consistency and win back-to-back medals in the upcoming Olympic cycle. With cameraman Rahul Chopra, this is Abhishek Prasad for DD India.
That's all for this edition of DD India Sports Buzz. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching Sports Press.